Yes, David Held, the mayor of North Canton. I live at 458 Dillon Circle, northeast. I guess it's a habit from council meetings, but I've talked to a number of the residents. I've talked to our school board members. Chris Goldthorpe and I were on the phone for probably a couple of hours, I think, over a number of conversations. Jordan and I, probably an hour and a half. Nancy, we talked on the phone, I know, for over an hour. Chris, a number of hours. And I appreciate your time. I appreciate your service. I've been on your end. I usually am on Monday nights. And it's not easy for me to come up here and now give my opinion about what we're seeing now. What I do know is this. When you look at the city of North Canton, whether it's with our snow plowing, or our schools, or our football team, or the softball team, there's always a tradition of excellence. Always. When we look at Mr. Stanley, I mean, you are a successful leader in the education community, no doubt about it. I don't think anybody argues that. Peggy, same with you. All of our board members, Todd Tolson. And what I'm hearing right now is that North Canton, we're going to trust these people because in the past we've won. We have a tradition of excellence. I want to share this one story with you. When I became mayor, we had our budget that was cut by 20% when Hoover left. We had to reduce our employees from 116 down to 95 over a period of time. The one thing that we know in North Canton is that our streets get plowed. Right? That's a fact. They get plowed. Anybody that comes in, they say, well, a lot of snow, but North Canton streets get plowed. The first year we cut the budget, I gathered the staff together and I said, fellas, make sure you got a plan, make sure you're prepared, and make sure you communicate with each other. They said, we got it. We got it taken care of. I said, okay. Then we had one of the worst snowstorms that hit that year. And a lot of you probably recognize that some of the streets didn't get plowed. They didn't get plowed. So I call up, one of the streets that didn't get plowed was mine. So I call up the superintendent and I said, what happened? We're on top of it. Trust me, I've been doing this now for 22 years. My street's not plowed. And I'm getting calls from people, council people, residents, streets aren't plowed. I call up another driver. We're working our tails off, Mayor. I've been up for 22 hours. I didn't question their work ethic. I didn't question their intent. I didn't question their tradition of excellence, because they're great people. The problem was we had a poor plan, we poorly prepared, and we didn't communicate. When I brought everybody into the room, I was like the Chris Thomas. It wasn't pleasant. I started asking questions, and everybody started pointing fingers. And everybody got nervous. It was uncomfortable. And what I'm seeing here tonight, it's painful because this is not our best. Whether you agree with ESP or you disagree, whatever the final outcome is, this is not our best. It's obvious. And what I ask is that we go back, we revisit this, we table the issue, we get it together, and we give the people in this community whatever we decide. And I told Chris this, whatever you decide, I'll feel comfortable with it. I can stomach it if we properly plan, we make proper preparation,